I ran out of ideas. At least I made the brown cobblestone ghost course house level, yay. Secret exit, yes. Yoshi coins and moon, yes. Brown cobblestone ghost house level. Huh. Why is key important? Oh no. I assume this means I'm going to be holding a key most of it. And it is, in fact, brown cobblestones. Okay, point of advice. Blank door is reset. Yellow door is an exit. Purple block can't jump while stepping on the yellow line. Oh, can't jump while stepping on it. Yellow line removes items. Okay. I can't jump. Okay. And that kills that. And I need the key. Okay, so far so I understand. It's, certainly not the most... What? Alright, well, I guess that's the gimmick now, isn't it? I don't feel like I'm doing this the way it's intended. Or I guess do that, I guess? Have I missed the point entirely so far? Okay. Jump on the Koopa. Okay, so from here... Whoops. I'm not sure what to make of that. What? No, of course that doesn't work. These are... Is I guess something more akin to this? Maybe? Like, I guess this is something of a puzzle level? So then I do that, and then take it back. Okay. Well, so far so good. That's gonna be annoying to redo when I inevitably die. Okay, put the key down. I've recently watched Jingle All the Way, so I just want to yell, put the cookie down! Also, it's not a tumor! Alright, oh, so far so good. It's an auto-scroller. Alright. Oh, hello. Good excuse for a short handbrake. Sup, Mangort and people? Actually, if it's time enough for that kind of break, it's time enough for a vitamin C break. Sup, Mangort? Thank you for the raid. How you doing? I was just thinking the other day about the Inferno and how much you enjoyed it. And how miserable you were the next day. Doing good. Tired from 46 run. 46 star run of Yoshi's Run. Ah, okay. I've been seeing so many things relating to that. I probably should at some point at least check it out and admit to myself that I'm nowhere near good enough to beat such a hack. I need to not throw the key. Mostly think about it because GDQ is happening, whoops, like in 24 hours. I am getting on the plane and everything, and there's no reset door for me, is there? Guess there is. But thank you for the raid, of course, and it'd be cool if you were there, but I don't know what everyone else's plans are. GDQ, SGQ was a lot of fun. Wishing you were going to GDQ, yeah. It was one of those I wasn't sure until like almost the last minute whether or not I was going to go for it, and then I did. I need to be on the East Coast anyway for the mystery hunt. Oh, good boy. Okay. Last minute fail. Right now I'm just trying to get over being sick quick enough for it. Because I got sick on Monday. First actual case of the Mondays. But I've been on the mend for a little while. I'm hoping this won't put me back too far having streamed. But they can see like a fiend and doing other things. But it should be cool. I know at least some people who are going. I think Blue Ribbon's making it. Dang it. Fortunately, a few other people had to drop out. I don't think Kawaluta ever had plans. I think that the SGDQ works a bit easier for him because he's somewhere in the Midwest, but I always forget where. And Kev and So had to drop out a little bit unexpectedly. Kind of wonder what happened. If I see Kev at MagFest, I might have to ask. If Kev's going to MagFest, I don't even know. But it should be fun. Just, I'm kind of tired of traveling, but I always feel this way around this time of year because typically what ends up happening, and oh, there was no checkpoint. I'm dumb. All right. There we go. So I typically travel East Coast for Thanksgiving-ish. This year I went out a bit earlier for PAX Unplugged, which was pretty cool. Ah, right. This is one of those, like, I think if this was made about half as long, I'd probably like this. But at the size it's at, it's just a little bit much. And then I flew to Utah for Christmas. Really Las Vegas, and then subsequently Utah, but still, point stands. I definitely think I'm not giving this a full 6 for aesthetics. Okay. Back here. And then back to the East Coast, because the Mystery Hunt's in Boston every year. Then after which I don't travel for like 3 or 4 months before my Wanderlust kicks up again. I think last year I didn't travel until I went to Japan, which was early April. Really, the month of April. And that was fun. In fact, a friend of mine, who I haven't responded to because I've been sick, who I hung out with in Tokyo, sent me a bunch of the pictures he took. Ah! Still haven't checked him out yet. What's up, Simon? How you doing? It's going good. Like, I have a little low expectations of how far I'm going to get tonight, because I do need to stop much earlier than usual. Because I've been sick and don't have the wherewithal to want to go too late. I have to wake up at like 8 tomorrow, 8 and change, to make sure I make my flight. So I don't want to miss my flight. It's not too bad. Like, I know other people have like, God, ridiculous. I don't know why I do that. Like 4 a.m. flights and things, and mine's only at 11 and change. I need to get to the airport about 10:15-ish to be sure I'll get on. Could probably be a little chiller, but you know. And I still haven't done a few of the important packing things yet. Namely, because I'm waiting for some of my laundry to dry, and that key is gone. Good luck for the first... I'm not worried about the first 2 lines, it's the last one. The last one's the tricky one. Jump. 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 I don't know if I get the distance if I just up throw. Unless you're talking about this. Like that line, whatever, I up throw. It's this part. I meant to up throw and didn't. I need to just throw it and go for it. Throw it and go. Watch as I manage to spend all my time in this level doing this one loop and I run out of time before finishing. Don't have to risk being flamed? I mean, I've got this pretty well done. Oh, that's what you meant. Ah, whatever. Midway, thank you. Left Yoshi coins, right and moon. Right, red door leave, right continue. Alright. Yoshi coins and moon it is! I make poor decisions. Yoshi coins. Moon. Now let's try the Yoshi coins first. Alright. What? I need to be small. Okay, I guess this was the puzzle. There's more puzzle. Well. This is still tractable, I think. Because I should be able to respawn the sucker. I'm gonna hit this block to see what it does when I'm done being small. Actually, a coin block, okay. There's one key. What do you want me to... Oh, beans. Took me a second. That almost worked. Yeah, I just need to catch it once. I thought I was close to where I needed to be with that one. But I guess not. I mean, honestly, the bean glitch makes the game a cooler game. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's a silly glitch, but it's cute. Marsha coins. Check. Now buy Fruit Spike and Moon. It's an auto-scroller. Okay. It's slow, which is nice. Good thing I got the midway. Oh God, no! I hate these things. They behave so weirdly. Oh. Good thing I got the midway. And we got the coins. Need this. Ooh. Like I said, it very much depended on about how long I feel I can go. Being sick sucks. Yeah, I don't need that. Okay. There we go. We're past that obstacle. Okay. Punted that. What I need to do is get good. Why get good when I could just get pull or get clone? Nice try, buddy. I was ready for that. That's not... Or that might be the wrong speed. Okay, that shouldn't have worked. I got lucky. Balls. Alright, where's this going to put me retry-wise? You know, it would be funny if there actually was a get command, get good, and all it did was, like, tell you that you need to get better at using get. It, like, pulls out that video of Linus Torvald calling everyone idiots for not using get. He did that once. He was basically telling everyone at Google they were morons for not using Git yet. And, I think I still ultimately marginally prefer Perforce. But it's not like a humongous, like, oh, I refuse to use Git. I've been using Git for forever. Certainly prefer it to CVS and SVN. Indeed, Git's for not using Git. It's true. Still a bit of a mean troll. I forget, did this end in a spot where I could retrieve the key? Okay, cool, it did. Thought you need to grab that. Interesting choice not to... You know, maybe it would still be worthwhile to have continued onward and hit the last checkpoint spot instead of what I was doing. It's weird that the coins don't respawn. Like, that was a choice. Item index stuff is a little bit funky in this game. Or hacks in general. Like, understanding exactly which item index you want to be using. Okay. Everybody must get stoned. There we go. What isn't funky? Tubular isn't funky. There's a great number of things that are not funky. Kong, however, is funky, and he is awesome. Like, seriously, Funky Kong is easily the best Kong. Not this time. Alright, well, I died in a different way. Alright, a little bit of... Oh, boy. That one's gonna be tricky. Is there a whole nother section of this? Oh my god! And then... you throw it down, because you need to walk on it. Great. No, Funky Kong's awesome. Far better than Lanky Kong. Like, seriously, why didn't Funky Kong get his own spin-off? Is he even in Donkey Kong 64? If not, if so, like, he needs a bigger role. Like, I know that, like, they got a bunch of dumb Kongs in Kong 64. Right? Like, why didn't they, like, bring back Candy? Was Candy in that game? Dixie didn't get to be in the game because they had, like, someone else. Thank goodness Kitty wasn't in it. No one liked Kitty. Or was Kitty in it? I've never actually played Donkey Kong 64. I just listened to the DK rap. Oh, it's Chunky. And then there's Chunky. He's dead. He sells you gun, candy, sell you instrument. Alright, well, at least he's in the game. I don't know what you need instruments in Donkey Kong 64, but that game is like the biggest collect-a-thon. It has too many things to collect. So I don't know. You might want to wear a hat. Meat Shield Kong? Ugh. Look, I know that Dixie was too good in Donkey Kong Country 2, and they needed to nerf her a bit, but then Kitty, just... Like, I'm pretty sure Dixie is massively better than Kitty. Like, no effing contest. least in the first game, like, Donkey Kong had an identity. He was able to kill some dudes just by jumping on them, and Diddy couldn't. But, like, I never felt like Kiddy had a good identity in that game, other than being the one that's not Dixie. The one that I'm annoyed that I'm playing as. Welp. Better hope that last auto score is pretty quick. Ah, I thought I could cheese it. Alright, well. Right, I need to be able to stand on that to see the rest of the level. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm dead anyway. I wonder how this is going to work. I have to, like, come back around at some point to get the exit. Kiddy has the DK property. That's true. Life farm? I figured I should check this out because it looked like there'd be a life farm, and boy is there. Let's hope I don't need all of these. Yeah, bringing back DK would have been better. Just DK is just a better character than Kiddy, because Kiddy cries and is, like, pre-verbal. I guess. Like, I don't really get where they were going with that. Like, they should have just gone in and made something equivalent to Chunky. It's like, yeah, it's Dixie's cousin who's fat. That's the joke, he's fat, you see? We're a 90s cartoon. It's like Fat Albert. You could have him go, hey, hey, hey. Because everyone likes Fat Albert. Still one of my favorite things I ever saw Bill Cosby do. When he was outside of court one of the times, and the media was trying to get him to give some statement. The only statement, he quite literally just looked him right in the eye and went, hey, hey, hey. And that was it. It's so good. Perfect statement to make to the media. I forgot about that. Kiddy isn't a character. Gameplay device, maintain the duo of playables. Yeah, I mean, yeah. The problem really is just like Kiddy Kong's one extra ability just kind of sucks. Like he bounces on water, I think was the gimmick. But like almost, I'm already dead. Almost no level required it. The levels that didn't require it were annoying because you needed to use it just to get into like a single bonus or something. Oh yeah, no, this is getting like a 2. Like the rubric I've used for aesthetics over the years is something along the lines of, if you didn't change a dang thing and it has custom music, then you get a 6. This house is made of poop. What was that line? This is an ass sandwich. It's made of ass and poo. One of those truly ancient 4chan memes that I never was quite sure why anyone thought was funny. And I think the picture was from like a Chick Tract, if I remember right. And Chick Tracts are actually kind of funny. You know what? I'll grant it that. Whoops. Why? Should have just brought DK back, have all 3 Kongs get 2 games. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. But anyway, like this level's gonna get like a 2. Like it's clearly a level where they thought the aesthetics thing was funny, not a good idea. But like, as for the design, like other stuff right now, as far as I'm concerned, these are well-designed challenges. They had some cute puzzles, though under constrained, which is a bit odd to me for someone who does this sort of construction. I initially thought I might have been able to guess the author of this, but now I'm not sure. Like, there were... For Pete's sake. There were some things that I thought were giving it away, but I guess not. I need to stop doing that. I'd like to get to the second part of the level again. I keep doing that thing that I do, and I would never do this if I wasn't streaming, is that whenever I go through a pipe transition, I look to see if chat's doing anything. Like, basically load screens are free when you're streaming, because, you know, you can just take a look over and there's no danger. I have like 3 seconds to do something, and typically they don't drop you into the drink effectively, immediately. Anyway, really what I'm trying to say, just to sum up something that I mentioned about 2 levels ago, is I wouldn't recommend Door into Summer. As far as Highlands go, I think it was a bit of a confused mess. It did distract me, briefly. Yes, I am allergic to focus. I need some focusing. Okay. Okay. Did not do the dumb thing there. Okay. This is a new PB! It's a key PB. Ah, frig. I threw it too hard. I still take that. That was a PB of sorts. And I found a better strategy for the spinny bits. But yeah, I would not recommend Door into Summer. I like the analogy. I like what a door into summer means, especially because it's mostly about a cat. It's weird, because I really assumed before it revealed itself to be a time travel loop book, that the cat was the one behind everything, and I was really hoping that somehow the cat would be behind everything, and the cat wasn't. No jump blocks, Max. I'm not allowed to jump while on those blocks. I'll show it next time I'm stuck on one for a moment. It might also be a Chaotix track, but the book itself came out long before Chaotix did. I'm pretty sure Heinlein was dead by the time the 90s came around. Or at least it stopped publishing. There goes the key. I think I would recommend the music track over the book. There's a few of his things that are just like, man, I don't even know. Number of the Beast was one of those. Only one I haven't finished. Because it was just nonsense. Pretty clearly that he was getting paid by the chapter at some point and just kind of trying to make it up as he went along. Which is how I felt about Door into Summer. Is very much yeah, okay, kind of interesting. One of the bits that was interesting, he went to the year 2001. And of course, you know, all predictions for the year 2001. Yeah, see, I can't jump. Miss out on a few key elements. And of course, there's the whole weird bit where, like, nuclear winter did happen, I guess. Or some sort of nuclear war did happen in the book. And so they moved the seat of government in the United States to, like, Denver. And I just don't believe that they would ever end up moving it to Denver. The argument in the book was that was where they had that, like, mountain, the Yucca Mountain or whatever it is, where they allegedly keep all of the backup government and the Stargate, but don't find it compelling. I think even afterwards they would just, like, move it to a different city, even if DC was leveled. If you go to, like, Chicago or something, you wouldn't make it Denver. Like, Denver's not a bad city. It's a fine airport, but, like, you wouldn't make it the seat of power. It's too far west for that. Is lambastic a word? Bombastic is. I don't think lambastic is. You might be thinking of Limp Bizkit if you're thinking of chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water. How you doing, Noah? What's amazing is I actually know the names of 2 different Limp Bizkit albums, and I've never owned a Limp Bizkit album. It's like a $2 bill, y'all, or something. A lambic is a thing. It's a type of beer. I guess you might be able to make lambastic the adjective form of lambic. which is already an adjective, I guess. Superlative, I suppose? Hot dog water is on your restaurant menu? Ew. They say you shouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater, but I think it's fine to leave the hot dog water alone. The worst part is there's no utility to going and doing a loop now. Oh, lambast! Oh, okay, yes. Lambast is a word. Yeah, harshly criticize. Thank goodness I don't have to take the all-online SAT course. Or SAT exam now. That's what we call a brick joke, son. Alright. Not going to mess this easy part up. Almost did. It's one of those, like, I know I'm gonna have to go through one of the other sections again, too. Like, I'm really hoping that when I choose to go to the other end, like, I get to keep the midway or something. Like, I really hope there's something here so I don't have to go through. What was I even doing? So I don't have to do the first half of the level again. Not because, like, it's bad, but certainly it's kind of annoying when you're doing this kind of thing. You must have a lot of confidence in the first half of your level if you're going to make someone do a secret exit that isn't off of the first half of your level. And the thing is, oftentimes, for a level design contest, it could have just been another section. It could have just been another whole level. Like, multiple exits in a level design contest are often just a bad idea because they make the judge play through a section they might not have loved the second time around. It's curious. I was being my old distracted self. It's true. Feel free to lambast me. Limbeast me. Just don't limb-biscuit me. It is multiple exits. It was made clear at the beginning. There was moons and coins, and there's a secret exit. When I go back to the midway, which inevitably will happen at some point, it will say as such. It'll say orb and key this, or keyhole this way. Ugh. Depending on how long this takes, this might be the last level. Like I said, it's all dependent upon how my voice is, or my throat's feeling, and my throat's already starting to feel a little bit raw. But making some progress now is better than not making some progress now. And as with everything, there's always the gamble of the next one will be more lengthy. Not always, but it's just the gamble of one more game. One more game! As the Foo Fighters machines say. Speaking of which, I'll have Foo Fighters at HDQ. Glitch Cat was party to the... Because he knows the guy who's bringing the pinball machines. Apparently he's like the guy in Pittsburgh you go to if you need a pinball machine or something. So we got the list of machines early. Foo Fighters is the only modern Stern on there. Everything else is nice, but that's the only modern Stern. Which isn't bad, I like to play Stern because I like the points. There's also a bar... Why did I do that? Not too far away from the hotel HDQ is at, that has a shocking number of LE machines, and I'm vaguely tempted to go over there just to see if there's like a pinball quest or something. So I don't know if they've replaced the beat my high score thing yet for January. Maybe they're just not going to. Like, most of the year they were doing the weekly quests on one of the newer machines. They stopped doing that to do the beat the score thing. And I did actually, last time I went and played pinball, on the 28th, 29th almost, I suppose. I did get a couple of the ones I wanted. I got the Black Knight score. I think that's all I got was the Black Knight score. Maybe there was another one. Yeah, see? Keyhole and Moon. It's one of the... Okay, yeah, I don't think this is made by the person I think it's made by. Because I think the person who I think would have made this would have had the doors reset your timer. I know that's like a thing in like vanilla. Like you could just make a door reset the timer. Why am I so insistent on getting the moon? Because I want the moon. I also feel like it can't be that much more level left after that point. But as a general rule, I want to see all of the level as much as possible being a judge of it, right? So, for instance, for the don't game over level, I didn't, because it was RNG and didn't want to do the whole shebang. I went in Lunar Magic and took a look, which I think was a perfectly cromulent way of experiencing that. Okay. Wait for it. There can be, but I don't think there's going to be. Okay. That's too slow. I should have at least tried to jump off of the key, even if I didn't manage it. Cromulent is a very good word because it describes so many feelings all at once. Just like in Biggin. But yeah, I think beating Don't Game Over legitimately would have been a nightmare. Especially since it became obvious I couldn't cheat it. Like, the lives are stored somewhere else. And I do think that level could have been a lot of fun. Just not where it was at for me. I do think that the person who made that should just clean it up and release it as a hack. I think it would actually make a fair number of sickos fairly happy. But just not for me. Just not for me. Yeah, I like how this part's actually trivialized by the fact that keys don't despawn. Okay. Like, I've gotten these parts down, I think, well enough. Like, I don't feel unconfident about any of these parts except the key drop at this point, and the rest of it's just, like, focusing. Like, that's a hard one to do, because I just don't know what speed I need to go, because, well, it's a fast scroll. Like, I don't like it as the final obstacle there, just because it's really hard to gauge. Have I misread that obstacle? Is it actually easier than I think it is? Because really... no, wait, hold up. That's the first time that's happened. Like, I wonder if I could kick the key and still jump far enough. I don't need to do a jump, ride the key at all. Because the key gets to the other end, no problem. Like, the problem is me getting to the other end. So I give the key a good kick, and then I just Hail Mary jump. Would that work? Getting tired of staring at these blocks. It's a very unaesthetic level. Gonna lurk? Alright, see you later, Matt. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'm just gonna be here with my key. Can check out anytime I want, just can never leave. Bounce once, bounce twice, run for it. I'm glad I made it. Certainly possible. I might still be here in an hour. We'll see. No. It's too high to the ceiling. I could wait a little bit longer on that platform before jumping. I don't know if I'm cheesing it or not, but I'm certainly not doing what it wants me to do. Can I? I've been thinking that there was a block there the whole time that was preventing it. It's very possible, like I said, that I was misreading this all along. It isn't a red... I'm a moron! So all I really need to do is give that a good kick. I would make this way harder than it needed to be. Possibly. Sup, Groovy Gadget? I've been making this part really hard for myself, or the next part really hard for myself for far too long. I didn't think I'd make that jump. Okay, cool. Well, we'll see in a minute. So I'm going to give it the same approach as last time, where I kick the key and Hail Mary jump. And if it's not a red block, well, this will all work. And if it is, well, I'll be stuck anyway. It's not. It's not a red block. Okay. I've been making that way harder than it needed to be. Sometimes you play the level that's in your mind rather than the level that's in front of you. Feel good, got back into Guitar Hero, nice. I was talking with someone about Guitar Hero the other day. He was kind of sad it kind of petered out. And that people weren't doing it, and then resolved immediately thereafter to bring some fake plastic rock to his New Year's Eve. To a New Year's Eve party. Which I'm in full support of. Every once in a while, I think I should take out my old gear and see how well it works. If it still works. One of the reasons I'm glad I still have a decent Xbox 360. Because all of my best gear is for 360 and not Xbox One, and some of the stuff isn't backwards compatible, which was bullshit. That drum kit. I got the Ion drum kit way back in the day. Which is basically an electronic drum kit that you could use on Xbox with drum heads and things. It was a lot of fun, actually. Though, to some extent, also exposed sort of the weakness of Rock Band as a model. I guess, no, it didn't expose the weakness. Not having the hi-hats did. But I never played the hi-hats the way you're supposed to play them. You're supposed to, like, do the cross-arm thing. I was never good enough to do that. Also, I never cared for the guitar part. I just liked the drums. And the singing. I actually really enjoyed the singing. Provided the song was mostly within my range. And there were some songs that really suited my range. Like, I was fairly high up on the My Sharona charts for a long time. To be fair, DLC, so fewer people playing it, but... But, like, I was top 10 there for a long time. The worst part is by the time I have to do the first part again, I will have forgotten everything about it. Anyway, I need to decide on like what I'm going to work on project-wise while at GDQ. Because I always need at least a little bit of a project to work on. Like, that's what I've discovered. That, or I just have to go, like, get in with the Archipelago people and play some stuff that works. I'm not really sure how Archipelago works on a Mac. Because last time I did a big-ass Archipelago, I used Slay the Spire. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I want to play Slay the Spire that way. It's not fun. Especially when, like, one of your important relics is blocked behind, like, Blue Ribbon's beating Majora's Mask in its entirety or something. No shade to Blue Ribbon, of course, but, like, when you have someone whose thing, like, you get, what's it, Burger King'd? Like, you might be able to make it pass with enough grinding, because it's Slay the Spire, and every seed is different. But then you, like, do I want to? Yeah, it's less suitable, but the reason I picked it is it's the only game I could really see that was playable over RDP. Alright, we're in a new area because I've been less dumb for a few minutes. This is terrifying. That was very terrifying. Are we done? Yeah, had I noticed the ability to jump there about half an hour ago, I would have been done about half an hour ago. Alright, let's get out of here. I got the moon. I got that. Let's pray that somehow this gives me a bonus exit. Oh, key. Alright, we're doing the key one first. Ooh! Ow. I noticed the timer just reset on me. I noticed my key has gone away. Alright, well, let's take a look at what's necessary. So I have to do like a real weak jump there. Not get stuck there. Jump through this, and then there's another door. Of course there is. Got it. That wasn't too hard. Wait for key. Ominous. I can't jump. I can Reznor. Reznor, more like Res Snore. I wanted to play Touhou. I'd be playing Touhou. What's up, Brown Tower? How you doing? Was it you? I think it was. Did you ever end up finishing your UFO 50 quests? I think we talked about that at GDQ. Thought the ghost house windows over the Reznor pause button. It kind of does look like it. This is truly the most engrossing thing I've ever done in Mario World. Give me the key. So I can get out of here. Please tell me there's not another phase of that. What? What is this bullshit? You make me sit through a minute of Reznor for that? Still at 40 cherries? Oof. Sup, HeroSoft? You made me sit through a minute of res snoring for that. I'm miffed. Like, seriously, that's what you do? Anyway, I completed my UFO 50 quest as far as I'm concerned for the time being. At 25 golds and some number of cherries. Actually quite liked Valbrace in the end. That, I think, was one of my last golds. And then reading up on it, I did everything I needed to do to get the cherry and kind of forgot about it. I forgot to equip the thing at the last second, so I didn't get to use it. Which I think's really funny. Didn't do that section of this level and you're kind of glad? Did you just do the main path? Why am I standing there trying to jump? Stay tuned for partial excitement. Alright, I entered that about 95. Let's see how long this actually takes. Kinda glad you looked up the Valbrace cherry. I got lucky on a few of the things, and I ended up with the right stuff, and then I completely, like, oh cool, I have the Star Sword! And then I went and fought the final boss and didn't think anything about it. I didn't like, I should try out this cool weapon. I walked into the room and just immediately had to fight the boss. I'm like, well, I guess this is what we're doing now. So. It's alright. I'm pretty proud of that, just that finish regardless. That game was long. I also found out I missed a lot of important spells. Like Flight. Really kind of wish I'd found Flight. Because I spent a lot of time going around and dealing with problems that would have been solved easily with Flight. Wait. Alright, now we're doing this. I can slope with the best of them. Maybe not ultra slope, but I can regular slope. I was about to say, how to do it without Flight? Painfully. Painfully. Let's go to Life Farm for a minute. It could be everyone here. I was thinking of like Slope Muncher. Ultra Slope Muncher. There were no Munchers, but it absolutely could. Alright, now we get to the first half again. Nope. No shortcut. I am big, though. I think that's a bit of a liability, probably. Oh, the Resdorm? Sure, yes. Just the slopes always makes me think of, like, Slope Muncher and things. I did actually come up with a cool way of... I thought I could make this work. But I could not. I found a cool way to do chapters. For it, when... Oh, God. When I get around to putting UFO 50 on YouTube. Basically, I realize that it plays the exact same jingle every time you switch games. So it's possible to identify that jingle in the video file, because I have clean audio for this, and use that as a way to know when I've changed games. So still, I'm going to have to do some work, but it's better than an awful lot of the things where I'm like, I just kind of go back and forth in the video and bullshit it. Oh wait, I'm supposed to ride the... Forgot what I was doing. There we go. I want to do something cool there. That was literally the goal of that move. Now I'm not doing anything cool. We are not cool. Can I? No, probably not, but I can just do this. Anyway, that's a bit of a ways off. I still need to finish up Baldur's Gate 2, even though all of the basic work for those is done. Maybe that's what I'll try and figure out on the plane. I don't know. I have no idea how to make Baldur's Gate 2, like, good and thumbnailable. Like, I've been doing actually some decent stuff for CLDC, thumbnail-wise. Got out Pinta and did the basic Photoshoppery nonsense. Though today I actually had a good one. Took way longer than it should have because I want to do some opacity nonsense. And I'm pretty proud with how it came out. Even though it took altogether way too long to come together because I kept messing stuff up. Or more accurately, Pinta kept messing stuff up and destroying my Control-Z stack for some reason. Need to look into, like, getting an ancient version of Photoshop running in crossover, because really an ancient version of Photoshop is what I want. Like, a Windows XP era version of Photoshop would be perfect for me, because, like, I don't give a shit about any of the things that have been added to Photoshop since then. Like, give me the clone tool, give me my layers, make it so whenever I can cut something, it pastes to the same location when I'm messing with layers and opacity and things, and I'd be happy. But doing the thumbnails for this will be a plain task. Got a 4-ish hour flight, 5-ish hour flight. I messed that up. Need AI cow removal. I mean, they did demonstrate that that was fairly easy to do without AI. There was a great paper, I want to say it came out of Microsoft Research about image seaming. That was really cool, at least at the time. And it was basically, the idea was you could remove objects. You just, like, in-paint it a little bit. And then you could remove, like, an X from a photo that you really liked, and it did a really smart, like, low entropy thing. Yeah, no LLM bullshit. No imaginary anything. It just kind of worked. Alright. Let's do the orb side. Key required. So I need to get the key first. It's one cow that photobombs all your photos you need in batch. What the heck is going on? Oh. Dolphins. And urchins. And more dolphins. And then Rip Van Fish. Ah, I understand now. This definitely is in my thanks, I hate it category. Okay. Photo bopping. The Rip Van Fish. Stand right here. Alright, getting the key wasn't too bad. Wait, what? But wait, there's more! Please tell me. I had all of a second to look at this. And I'm probably already going to need the retry door, because I didn't know what was happening. I need to keep the rock alive, maybe? Oh, I didn't see that at all. Okay, and then we come up here. So what's the purpose of the rock? What does the rock do? It puts an X. Why do I care about the rock at all? That's clearly a top lava. Why do I care about the rock? I need to get hit by the rock. Okay. I cannot, in fact, smell what the rock is cooking. You know what's funny about clip art? There was a brief period of time where using clip art was more professional than not. Well, that jump, I'm definitely missing it, yeah. What am I doing? Like, I'm just glad it doesn't make me do the dang fish part again. I think I'm already hosed. Oh, I think I'm definitely hosed. Doesn't hurt to practice a little more. No. Yeah, we already spawned that. Use Krita for most things you use Photoshop for now. I'm not familiar with that one. It's free, I might give it a shot. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Ugh. I might give it a shot, because it might be less jank than Penta. Like, that's my major issue, is the jankiness. Like, sometimes it'll just, like, lose track of the layers and start destroying things it shouldn't. Or apply the Control-Z stuff just to the wrong layer. It's just weirdly jank. For an image processing program. Dang it. GPL, okay. Well, maybe I'll take a look. Should be just a brew away if it's GPL. Ah. I'm gonna pause. I'm actually running out of time. It focused on drawing and tablet stuff. Okay. Has layers. Like I said, my demands are not high. Like, I just needed to not mess up my layers and to copy and paste things into the right locations. When I'm trying to do my mask off. When I'm trying to mask things off. Why is this one part... Paint.net works. Paint.net does not work on a Mac, last I checked. There's also something I didn't like about Paint.net last time I tried to use it, but maybe it's a vendetta I've had that doesn't matter anymore. Alright, I've had the thought that maybe I could respawn it. I mean, I have crossover, I guess I could just do it that way. Why? I'm running out of time. That's beautiful. That would have been funny. Wait, no! Oh, I'm a moron! Oh, yeah, I can start select out of it. I don't understand why not just boot you immediately into the area you need to be in. Like, why make you come back and loop around here? This level just... Seriously? Oh, I had it. Why not just take me to the room? I expected there to be a whole lot more. Why not just put the pipe over there? Why not just put me into the next room? Why do that? What's the point? Aside from, oh, like that from the face Hero Soft is making. Aside from that, what's the point? I wonder how old that particular emote is conceptually, because I know like that particular face has been around for a long, long time. Like, I don't mean Twitch emote in this case, I mean legitimate, like, I think it might be like an easy board emote? Something ancient. Yes, that one. I'm fairly certain people were using that specific, maybe not that exact, like, particular one that's been made in the form of what looks like a weirdly pastel disco ball. No, I mean, like, that particular, like, template has existed longer than that. That face. Like, I remember a webcomic using that particular face as a gag. And I'm fairly certain it comes from, like, PHP board, or maybe Something Awful? Maybe that's it. Maybe it's a Something Awful emote. Okay. It's nice that one of the truisms of doing anything in SMW is once you've done it once, it becomes substantially easier. No, no, no. Yes. 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 Okay, now we're not going to mess this up. We're going to put the key down gently and touch the orb. All right, orb touched. I have touched you, orb. Thank you for the GG. Oh boy, it goes somewhere. It's a Yellow Switch Palace. You know what? I'm gonna go in the Yellow Switch Palace. Oh. Music credits. Leonid's Castle by Samantha. Block edits. No Jump by Darolak. Selective sprites. Only block by Melange. Remove carryable items by Russian Man. Can I still do something here? Nope, no yump. Ah, well, you get what you pay for. I don't think that actually applies here, but whatever. Yeah, that level was weird. Just weird. And I was dumb about the moon part. I think that's really the biggest problem, is I was really dumb about the moon part. Ugh, anyway. But yeah, aesthetically it made my eyes bleed after a while. I get the idea of the concrete block kind of thing, and there is a anti-aesthetic aesthetic, but for a CLDC contest it seems very odd to have gone for a very VLDC idea. Not really sure what to make of that. Otherwise, like, there were interesting setups and stuff, but just frequently it's like, yeah, but why so long? In the case of the, like, extra exit, I don't think the extra exit was necessary. I think if the end had been one or the other, I'd feel better about this level than having both. It's weird how sometimes, well, to be frank, less is more. And more is less, I guess. We must go forwards, not backwards, upwards, not forwards, and twirling, twirling, twirling towards freedom, etc.